Congratulations!
That just helps with the editing. The clap. Can't find my
So you
actual
know when it
clapper.
starts, right?
Yeah. All right. You opened up your beer already?
Yeah, it's open and halfway.
All right. It's half done already. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's right.
Are you that nervous?
no, I'm just
right.
just enjoying this moment with you here.
All right. So before we get started with this, so how do you feel, man? So you feel a
I
little?
feel pretty good. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah.
I'm a part of this
thank you.
podcast.
Well, I appreciate you coming on because
You're very welcome.
this is something new for me. I mean, you're my sixth guy, but
Yeah, but it's new for me as well. It's
yeah,
very interesting.
Right? Yeah. Tell me about your day. What'd you do today?
Today was a pretty easy day.
Yeah.
So doing pest control, I have regular customers and I also have those odd jobs. So regular customers, pretty much people. Let's say you have a restaurant and you sign up for a monthly contract, and those are my regular customers. I go over there every month and check traps and etc. And I have those odd jobs. So someone that hey, I have ants here. Can you come today? And I have these odd jobs. So today was a pretty easy day, just going to my regular customers.
So permanently get rid of rodents or ants?
I definitely can, but
Yeah.
I'll just give an example here. So if you're in a restaurant and you are always dealing with food, and you have your green bin over there, well, once in a while, you most likely will have fruit flies and other flies breeding on all that organic material, and you won't realize that you have a problem until you have like a fly on your double when you're serving the customer, right?
Yeah.
So my job over there, going monthly, it is to make sure I identify risks for the business before they have a problem, and also keep the especially rodents, so the rodent population under control. So I'll give an example. I have customers that they have chicken farms, and I go monthly over there, sometimes twice a month, and I have bait stations, so boxes that other animals are not able to get in, just rats and mice.
Yeah.
And they go over there, they eat the poison, and that helps me control the population. So in that way, we don't have a massive infestation inside the barns, right? So that's they're always out there. So if I'm always servicing, visiting my customers, I'm able to manage the situation. But in a place like, and as an example, the chicken farm, well, that's the paradise for them. And if we don't do anything, the population will just keep growing.
I don't know how smart ants or rodents or anything like that are, right? But you got to wonder, like, if they're seeing their buddies die, you think that they're not going to, eat the shit.
That's right. But so the only animal so far that we have a big problem with that, it is rats, because they're pretty smart.
Yeah.
So they're not able to identify a threat when they die from the rodent side, so the poison for rodents. But if you have, for example, a snap trap, so that trap that will snap them and kill them, after you can be lucky getting a few rats, but after a while they will understand that, or like, for example, sticky pads, they will figure out that that's a problem and they'll start avoiding, so jumping traps, going around. So it's very common issue with rats, but everything else they don't really care. They just keep going over there.
What all have you dealt with? You dealt with rats, I'm sure.
Oh,
ants,
absolutely everything that you can imagine,
like
that we have
cockroaches.
Here.
Do we have cockroaches in Canada?
We do have cockroaches. We
What
do
about
have a
bed
lot
bugs?
of cockroaches. Bed bugs as well. So talking about cockroaches is funny because, well, as you know, I'm from Brazil.
Yeah.
And over there we have really big cockroaches and they fly and etc. So it's funny because sometimes you're really nice day, summer, you're sitting on your couch watching your TV, and they're attracted by light as well. A lot of those insects are attracted by light. So you're watching a TV and suddenly you have a cockroach flying from out the outside and boom, hitting your TV, hitting your light, falling on the couch, all over the place. And here they're a little bit different. We have German cockroaches, we have American cockroaches. Usually they're a little tiny, and we don't see them on the exterior, like outside, outdoors.
They're always inside.
And they are always inside. And
where are they
and
hiding?
Very
just
common.
in the walls and the cracks of the
cracks
walls?
Cracks and crevices. And all these creatures, they are pretty lazy. So they want to stay nearby food source, water source, and shelter. So for a cockroach, for example, where can you find that? On the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of these insects and animals, they will be nearby the kitchen, like rats and etc. A lot of times, I will go to a home to deal with a rodent issue, and everything begins on the pipe that goes for the drain line in the water line to the kitchen, right? They have a really good, they can smell really well, so they always end up in the nearby the food source, and that's where they always want to nest and hang around. Yeah.
I don't know if it's an infestation, but like I have a problem down here, and I've never heard of stink bugs before.
Yeah.
Until I moved into this basement suite. And like it's only seems to be like certain times of the year. But 2 or 3 times since I've lived here for about 4 years.
Yeah.
In a certain season, I'm
That's
seeing
right.
them everywhere.
More towards fall?
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes in the summer,
Yeah.
there'll be like 2 or 3 months of me seeing at least 2 or 3 in a day.
Yeah.
Right?
Do they stink though?
No,
Okay.
not that I know of. Like,
So stink bugs, if
you
you
kill
represent you can definitely smell.
my 5-year-old
but,
daughter told me that.
Yeah, that's why they are called stink bugs.
Yeah.
But we have species of beetles here in BC that they look like stink bugs, but they don't stink. And we have other species. So if you add up all the life that we have on Earth from like insects and animals, we have more species of beetles than all of that together. So we have a lot. We have a lot of beetles and a huge variety of beetles. So
more than rats?
Huh?
More than rats around the world?
Yeah, species of rats.
Yeah,
We have lots of beetles, and we have a few beetles that they look like stink bugs, but by the end of the day, they behave pretty much the same way. When we're getting towards fall, or usually it's like cold weather, they're trying to find a place that they can survive the winter. And the way those guys communicate is not by talking or making noise. It's leaving a path of pheromone. So a lot of these creatures, that's the way they communicate. So for example, you have a stink bug that found their way in your house through a little gap on the window, and they will leave a path of pheromone over there that other stink bugs will just follow and get the same spot. So a lot of times where you are in an area where you have like a high population of stink bugs, you had one and suddenly you have like 20 on the same spot, right? So that's it pretty much. It's you're in a spot with a lot of them, and just the way they communicate, they tell exactly where they're going through. They leave a mark on their path.
Okay, here's another one. Mosquitoes, male ones, where they don't have the needle. Do you know anything about those?
Yeah, I believe just a female.
Several.
So I only start doing pest control when I moved to Canada, right?
Yeah.
So in Brazil, I never thought about doing pest control or anything similar. Over there, we have tons of mosquitoes, lots and lots and lots. And all the education that I know about mosquitoes, they're pretty much stuff that you learn as a kid in Brazil. Because in Brazil, since they can transmit diseases,
are they fatal? Like some of these mosquitoes out there?
I almost died from mosquito bite. I got really bad.
Jesus.
There is a disease called dengue that's from a species of mosquito that we have in Brazil. So it's very common in Brazil during the really warm months of the year where we have a lot of mosquito breeding. A lot of ads on the TV educating people of like, hey, if you have like a plant, don't leave like standing water on the pot, because they will just lay eggs on the water and they start breeding over there. So it's a lot of education regarding that. And here, I never had a lot of opportunity to deal with them because we don't have a lot of mosquitoes here.
No, we don't. I mean, it all depends on like where you live or where you spend your time.
Yeah.
I know when I, many years ago in Agassiz, you ever been to Agassiz?
Yeah.
So you go like certain times of the year. I think it was the beginning of summer or something like that. My stepdad's mom lived out there.
A lot of swamp over there.
Yeah, well, I think, So we go over there for barbecues or whatever, and all of a sudden,
that's right,
I'm just swarmed with mosquitoes, right? And by the time I get home 6 hours later or whatever, right, my body is just covered them, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, is it true, though? Is this wives' tale? Like, are mosquitoes attracted to black?
I'm not sure about that.
Because I was wearing fully like black pants, black jeans, a black sweater, right?
Yeah.
They're like, they're attracted to, dark things or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I don't think so. Regarding the females mosquitoes, if only I need to check that, but I believe that only the female ones will bite. But regarding
Male or female? Because,
female,
yeah, the female ones.
female,
Yeah, because like the ones in here that I'm
yeah.
getting, they sound like mosquitoes. They fly around like mosquitoes, but they won't like. They're not landing on me.
Yeah,
They're
but-
just hanging out on the walls.
Yeah, but we have other species of flies here that they look like mosquitoes. So you maybe
Okay.
we have a huge variety. For example, flies that they breed on organic debris.
Yeah.
So for example, they can be outside breeding on the leaves and etc. and flying in, and they're not really mosquitoes. They could be.
Okay.
If you do have mosquitoes, you won't have just like males, right?
Yeah.
You have a combination of everything. But regarding the collar. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think that was just something that somebody said that. like,
Yeah.
just tried to. They probably were just trying to sound smart.
Yeah, they'll
don't know.
definitely bite through your shirt and everything.
Yeah.
But it's not like they're attracted to your.
Yeah.
If you get a white shirt, you're good. I don't think so. I
No,
don't believe that.
No, probably
Yeah,
not.
but like by the end of the day, I kill things, right? I know
Yeah.
how to kill them. I kill mosquitoes.
do
But
you,
regarding the biology and etc., I can be.
do you
saying,
think
make
you
a
know
little
like
few
out of
mistakes here.
yeah? Do you think that like I don't know. Do you believe in like the afterlife?
No.
No. Okay, I'm on the same boat.
Yeah.
But if there was an afterlife, if there was the whole
Yeah,
religious
something
or
else?
whatever, something else.
Paradise.
They say, like whether it doesn't matter what you kill, you killed. So as an
Oh, man.
exterminator,
Yeah.
I mean, I probably, killed the odd raccoon running it over or stepped on a spider a couple
Yeah.
thousand times or swapped a few mosquitoes
So
and bugs or whatever and
that's
ants
right.
or whatever, right? But, I'm definitely, if that's the case, I'm definitely going to hell. But you're going further.
I have a special spot over there. Yeah. Well, so now there is no coming back. Even
No.
if I start to believe, I gotta say, hey,
Well,
whatever's
I mean,
going on over there.
you might as well start going to church now.
Yeah,
Um,
praying 50 times a day.
yeah. And then what's that other thing that you have to go in and like confess your sins?
That's right. Talk
Right.
to the father over there, the
Yeah.
priest, and
You probably have to do that a few times a day.
yeah, for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because for work, what I do, pest control, I kill things,
Yeah.
and for hobby, what I do, I go fishing, I go hunting, so I kill
Yeah.
things as well.
Yeah.
So,
No matter what, you're killing something.
yeah.
Right. How often do you go fishing? I think you said
Oh.
like this is the season or something like that for what? Were you going like fly fishing or something?
I try fly fishing, but I'm not a pro yet. I'm learning. That's not a thing that we have in Brazil.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was thinking about, I got the gear, was ice
Yeah.
fishing, because I usually go fishing
Oh,
only
that's
when
right. Yeah.
when only when the weather's good, right?
Yeah.
We don't have ice in Brazil, so I'm really concerned about walking on a frozen lake. So I'm
Where are you doing that out here?
definitely not around here. It's like a little bit on the interior. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Towards like Falkland. That's where I go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like 1 hour out of Kamloops. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if it's cold enough. So, and usually when I go for this kind of adventure,
Yeah.
especially this time of the year, I'll go by myself. So I don't want to
You
go
don't
to.
go. You don't bring your kid.
Well, I'm not taking my kids to a frozen lake. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
well,
trust
again,
myself.
How old's your kid now?
He's 12.
12.
Yeah, but
That's that's probably old enough to teach him to not to walk
I just
onto
gotta
a frozen
learn
lake.
first. Yeah.
But like if you're going out there suspicious.
Oh, we go fishing
Be
and hunting
cautious
together.
or whatever,
but
right? But like
yeah.
if you're cautious, you look for certain things on a leg to. Okay, well, this is obviously not safe here, not safe there.
That's
if
the
you're
thing.
willing to risk your life to go out there, right? I mean,
mine, yes.
yeah, but no, yes. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're willing to do that, you obviously can look for spots so that you're not going through the water, right? So you
Yeah.
can probably teach them, somewhat the same things. Where it's like, this is where you go, this is where you not go, and just
Since I never done that before, I'm just trying to do by myself first.
Oh, okay.
If
I
I
thought you have
survive-
done that before.
No. I do a lot of fishing, but never
Right.
ice fishing.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So what were you doing? You said you had before we agreed to the podcast. You said that it's probably best that you do it these days, not these days.
oh yeah, because I'm planning to go ice fishing on the weekend.
That's
So
well, okay. That's what it was.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I got all the gear, but the weather's not that great. Today was like 16 degrees and sunny.
Yeah.
So I don't know about the interior if that will be colder than on the bush. It will definitely be a little bit colder than here, but I don't
Yeah.
know if it's cold enough to have like 4 inches of ice
Well,
on the
do,
lake.
like, isn't there
So-
like an app or something like that?
I
where
don't
they'll
know. Is
show
there
you?
an app?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm from Brazil.
I figure like if you're going ice fishing, I mean, do you know people that go ice fishing in that area?
No, I don't know anyone.
No.
No.
So how do you figure you're gonna go ice fishing where you don't know if there's gonna be any
I'm
ice?
just tired of being home and I want to go fishing.
So
So
you're just
I
gonna go
assume
explore?
it's frozen.
Yeah.
And if the lake's frozen, I gotta walk on the lake. So I'm pretty much exploring. Yeah.
Well,
So it's a place that I gotta drive like probably 50 minutes on the snow to get to
Yeah.
the lake, and so it's a little bit sketchy. But
Yeah.
gotta give it. That's why we gotta do the podcast before I go, because never know if coming back.
yeah. Maybe it'll be famous. Yeah, this will be the last thing people ever hear.
That's right. Yeah, my first and last podcast.
Yeah. So what,
No,
like,
knock on wood.
instead of calling yourself an exterminator,
Yeah, I don't like that.
what do you label yourself in
Yeah,
this career?
every time someone calls me an exterminator, I think about Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just a pest control guy.
Just the pest control. That would have been a perfect.
Pest control guy.
Yeah, there you go. Pest control guy.
Yeah,
Very nice.
be out there killing.
I mean, it's pretty simple, and it's you're going through Google or you find go away.
That's right.
Is that what you were going for? Something extremely simple. It's kind of a layman term for
Yeah, it's
it's
easy to remember,
exterminating.
right?
Go away.
Yeah,
Right. So
yeah.
that's
So it's name of the company is Go Away Pest and Wildlife.
okay.
And then I needed to put the control on the end, right? So it's Go Away Pest and Wildlife Control. So I thought more about like Go Away Pest. And when I was growing up, there was a lot of funny advertisement in
Yeah.
Brazil. So Pepsi did it when they released they made the Pepsi Twist, the Pepsi with lime, right? They created really funny ads, and I thought, hey, I can make some funny ads as well with Go Away,
yeah.
and that's what I've been trying to do. It's
Yeah, that
just-
some of the ones that you showed me, it's actually pretty funny.
yeah, that's
It's the fact that it's amateur and that you're playing
that
two
yeah,
different
I-
characters or
yeah,
whatever.
that's-
It's been done before, but it's still like entertaining to
Yeah.
watch.
and I
right?
think that will kind of reflect who I am as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like, of course, I'm professional in my work and make sure my customers are good.
But you can
But I
kind
am
of
also
make fun of
talkative and-
yourself a
That's
little
right.
bit, right? And I
That's
think
right.
that's really important.
That's right.
Yeah.
You gotta take it easy.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure that life, the process, everything,
Yeah.
it's enjoyable. So if I have a customer, of course we gotta deal with his problem, but we also gotta have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
So that's where I try to go.
Do you get when you have a client or whatever? Do you have any crazy stories or incidences where it's just like or clients where you're just like, I don't know about this guy. I'm not going to take this job, or do you just take every job as long as you're able to, like not being busy or being busy or whatever?
Yeah. So I had some sketchy places that I've been through and etc. That since it's local, I'm a little bit concerned about talking about people, and at some point they watch.
Don't
They
talk
watch.
about them
They watch
specifically.
they watch everything here. But
Yeah.
I can talk about one customer that I had at Cotos Lake.
Yeah.
It was a cockroach infestation.
Mm.
Yeah. So, do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
we're trying to get?
Yeah.
So basically, I got called for a cockroach job at Cotos Lake, and I went there to take a look for the initial service, a little bit of inspection as well.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I stepped in, there was cockroaches on the ceiling. I was like, oh, yeah, they definitely need a cockroach treatment here. So, just to make things simple here, long story short, was a elder couple, and the gentleman over there, he had some kind of business that he was used to sell used stuff. So I don't know if he was had like a pawn shop or or he was used. I think he was used to buy storage units as well that people don't pay their bills, and he then go for auction. So
Yeah.
basically, he was hoarding. He has a lot of stuff inside his house,
Yeah.
everywhere. So when I got there and I saw these cockroaches on the ceiling, and I started looking around, for you to have an idea, he was, well, hopefully he's better by now, but he was in really bad health. And there was cockroaches even in his respirator, so like the oxygen tank, and cockroaches crawling on the oxygen tank. So I was like, yeah, man, you definitely need a cockroach treatment here. So luckily, so they were old, and according to them, they didn't even know they had cockroaches, but they were everywhere. So the people that got
They
in
didn't know
contact,
they had cockroaches,
Yeah.
but they were on the.
yeah, but pretty much their kids kind of took over, stepped up, and
I
say,
see.
hey, you guys are having a massive problem here.
Yeah.
So when I got there and I started exploring a little bit more, the infestation was in a level where they had cockroaches absolutely everywhere. All their personal belongings were just filled with cockroaches everywhere. And then it was probably like 3 months of really hard work, a lot of chemicals and etc. To solve the problem. But for you to have an idea, the initial treatment that I've done over there, first of all the crap that they had over there for years, everything in the garbage, because for example, a picture on the wall behind the frame, there was like hundreds of them. Is it worth cleaning? No, it's like just toss it.
Yeah.
So they did a lot of they got rid of pretty much everything they had inside their house. Everything. They had cockroaches on them everywhere. So
the furniture.
yeah, on the furniture, everywhere. And inside their house, they didn't have drywall on the walls. It was like wood planks that they kind of clicked together. So that was the wall. And on the seam, in between these wood strips, there was cockroaches coming from everywhere. So after they removed their personal belongings and they left the house for like for the entire treatment, like 3 months out of the house.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
Were
got
you
in.
there almost every day?
I
In
was
that
there
3
every week,
months?
every week, and I got there with I have a machine that I make a big cloud of pesticide,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, close the windows. I buckle up, got my
Yeah.
vest, my mask, etc. And I fogged the whole thing. I made a cloud inside the home, a cloud of pesticide. And when I did that, oh man, cockroaches were falling from all over the place, like thousands. Yeah, unbelievable. And I gotta be honest, I wasn't spraying that. It was like, oh my god.
Is this when you like working with the other company or
Yeah,
this company?
when I was working for another company
Yeah.
back then. Yeah. And then at this point, I was like, man, if I can do this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
I don't need those guys anymore.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Did you have a falling out with the other company, or you just thought, oh, like I can actually just kind of do this on my own. I would rather start my own business.
Yeah, so that's a tricky topic here. In Canada, we have two really big pest control companies, and these two really big pest control companies, they own companies they are in more than like 80 countries in the world. So it's like a monopoly. And the way it works, all these small pest control business locally owned here, after a while they just buy them. And I was working for one of these massive companies, and I don't think they are really honest on the way they do.
Yeah.
My goal is always to provide the best and most affordable solution for my customers. Of course, I gotta make money, but I'm not trying to sell things that my customers don't need, right? So I always think about them and their pocket first. And this company, everyone was looking for their commission, right? So they were trying to sell no matter what, and trying to sell fear, say like, hey, you need me here every month, otherwise you have rats all over the place in your house. No, that's a lie. So I was like, man, that's not for me. I'm not doing that, right? So fortunately,
At that point, it's just kind of like a numbers game for them,
it's
right? Their
everyone's
client is
concerned
just
about
a
the
number.
paycheck. Hey,
Yeah.
you're making 20% on that, so let's go.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta sign these up no matter what. Oh, if you don't sign up, you'll have rats on your bed sleeping with you. Do you want that? It's like I was like, no, that doesn't work for me. So I decided to move away, and luckily it's going well.
That's good. And how long you've owned your own company doing that now?
Oh, I
2
think
years?
3 years so far.
3 years now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And things are steady. They're moving up.
100%.
Yeah?
Just up, never down.
That's
Luckily,
good.
luckily,
That's
yeah.
good. Even through the winter months. And
Oh
all that?
yeah. So I told these that you have regular customers and these odd
Yeah.
jobs, right?
Yeah.
So the odd jobs, they are very seasonal. So just for example, we have spring coming up. During spring, I'll have a lot of ant treatments.
Mm-hmm.
And then throughout the season, the summer, etc., I'll have a lot of ants, and then I start having a lot of wasps. After that, on the first spike of cold weather, I have a lot of rats because they're trying to get in to survive the winter.
Yeah.
So it's very seasonal, these odd jobs, but those regular customers usually, well, not usually, they are all with me throughout the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's so I have the steady income here and the extra with the seasonal jobs. That's the way it works pretty much.
Do you ever have problems within your own home, like rats or bugs or anything like that?
I only had a few ants here and there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they know who lives there.
Well, I just like I was
they're a little
like,
bit concerned.
I've mentioned this before in another podcast, but I was always thinking like, you know how like you have professionals, whether in the trade, like a roofer, like I was,
That's right.
or somebody that works in an industry, and then you go to their house. For example, a roofer like builds roofs for a
That's
reason or
right.
whatever, but then you go to this house and his roof looks like shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That's the way it works. So, for
Yeah.
example, I have a little gap on my garage over there that I could have something getting in. But do you think I'm fixing my garage door?
Yeah. Do you own your own home?
No.
No,
I
not
rent
yet.
over there. Yeah.
One day.
One day,
One
yeah.
day.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm trying to.
Market's good right now.
Yeah. The market is going down a little bit. I've been looking at it, right?
Yeah.
For me being a single father, it's extremely hard, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
but like I've been finding things that are around the 350, what I can afford, like 350,000. Right?
Yeah.
The stupid thing is like I don't know if it's something that have changed over the years, but strata fees. Usually, strata fees are anywhere between $300 to $450, $500
Yeah.
a month. And I could be wrong about this,
Yeah.
but any place that I've owned a house before, a townhouse, I've had relatives and parents, whatever, that lived in apartments and owned their own apartment. And the strata fee is always the same in each suite. I was looking at this place now, in the same building,
Yeah.
depending on what the square footage of the suite
It
is,
will be different. Yeah.
the strata fee is higher or lower.
But I think that makes sense, don't you? Because,
Because
what's
it-
included on the strata fees, for
Okay,
example?
so like when I think of strata fees, I'm thinking, okay, like, if the roof needs to get done, it's got to get done. Maintenance with the lawnmower, pest control.
That's right. Yeah.
All sorts of exterior and interior things, right? That
Yeah.
not are necessarily included inside the suite itself, because that's my responsibility, right?
Isn't
Unless it's
water
like
included,
plumbing
though?
or something, right?
Yeah, isn't water included on the strata fees?
In some
like
in
for
some cases
buildings?
it is, not all
Yeah.
cases, but it's in some cases.
But if
so
it-
electric heating and water, hot water, most likely, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at a place that I was going to, it was like $289,000 for a
Oh my
3-bedroom. It was a
Holy
1,000.
moly, where did you find that? Are you sure it's in Canada?
Yeah, well, no, it was here
Saskatchewan?
Yeah, it was here in Abbotsford.
Really?
Right? Just down, where Cabela's is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just around that. They're older buildings.
I was used to live over there. So where?
Yeah,
over
so
there?
I shouldn't say the actual name, but
Yeah, no, that's
they're-
fine.
the apartment's been around there for about 40 years, between 40 and 60 years.
Yeah.
It's on it's on Salton Road, right? So they're older buildings on that main road.
Got it. Got
right?
it. Yeah.
Right across, you could see Cabela's right there.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, I used to live in those buildings 20 years ago with my dad, and they had a 3-bedroom in there, like I said, for
Yeah.
$289,000. So I was like, so I contacted this guy, this realtor, and I was just like I want to look at this place. He's like, it's already got a buyer.
Oh.
Right. As soon as he was out there,
Just
it was
for a little
gone.
bit.
Right.
Yeah.
But I guess it took a month for them to finalize things or whatever.
For example, you had your first house already, right?
Yeah, I had a
Yeah.
townhouse with a lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but for example, this one was like 300 grand. So
Mm-hmm.
for the first time buyer, you got to give only 5% of that.
Yeah, so it's
you
actually
gotta give
5% now,
15
even
grand
after
to purchase that. That's
it's yeah,
definitely doable.
but you obviously like if you have a down payment, as
Yeah.
much as you can put
Oh,
down,
of
you
course.
should put
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
The realtor told me, or the bank told me that it's 5% whether you're a new home buyer or an old home buyer, like somebody.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
the thing that changes is what they call an I can't pronounce it. Amortization period.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's all sorts of years, but there's mainly 25 and 30 years.
Yeah.
I can't go for the 30-year one. I can
Oh,
only
you
go
gotta
for the 25-year
25.
one.
Yeah, so your
Right?
mortgage will be
So
a little higher.
that's what changes. So that's a huge difference because every time I was calculating, I was like, I'm going to go for the 30-year. It's like, you can't. So
Yeah.
that puts on, interest-wise, that puts on quite a bit more. If I could afford this place and put the 30-year on, my mortgage was going to be about $1,000 a month plus
Man,
strata,
that's
which would have
nice.
been, according to the strata
1,400
fees,
bucks, whatever.
to go back to this before the strata fees
Yeah.
for the 3-bedroom was $780. That's a lot,
Yeah.
right? And the 2-bedroom ones,
Sorry, it was 780 bucks.
$780 a month
Wow.
for strata. The 2-bedroom ones, they're a little bit smaller, but they were
Yeah.
going for the same price. They were going for $249 in the beginning, but once that 3rd bedroom sold, now they bumped theirs up another 40 grand. Their strata fees were $630 each, both of them. It's like to me that's a little excessive. So I
Yeah.
told the realtor, is like, I'm interested to keep this dialogue going,
Yeah.
but I am not going after anything more than $475 a month. Any more than 500, really? It's a really old building that is constantly having issues. Obviously,
That's
if
right.
it's that,
Yeah.
if they're not fixing them.
You won't get any better, just worse.
No, exactly, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
And like for example, where I'm living, it's a fairly new
Yeah.
strata over there, and they just said that they don't have enough money for painting the exterior, and everyone needed to pay another like $4,000 to get all their townhomes painted. So like they are paying the strata fees, but when they have problems, they still gotta put a little extra. So I think if you're in an old building, the chances that will happen, they're pretty high, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and frequent, right? Like you
Yeah.
probably have to repaint or replace something probably
Yeah.
every 2 to 3 years or
That's
less,
right.
right?
That's right.
When I lived in the townhouse, within 4 or 5 months of living there, they told us we had to pay an extra $100 a month, $100 or $200 a month, because they were going to replace all the windows. Now the windows did need replacing.
Yeah.
Like it was an older townhouse, and you could feel there was a breeze coming through the windows.
You definitely want that.
And then I just thought, why don't we just put plastic over the windows in the wintertime? Fuck it. So I did it.
Yeah.
Right. And I got in trouble from the manager of the townhouse.
Was
Like,
the plastic on the interior
It
of
was
your home or
on the
outside?
inside.
So
Right.
that's not
Yeah,
his
and
business.
they told us to take it down because it was an eyesore. And I told them, we have a baby. That's when my daughter was just being born, right?
Yeah.
We have a baby in this house, and we can see condensation and mold forming in the
Well, around
in
the frame.
around the frame, right? We either have to clean it
Yeah.
like every other day,
Yeah.
right, or just put the plastic over top.
I don't know what
Yeah.
kind of stuff you watch, but I'm always on YouTube watching
Yeah.
outdoor stuff, hunting, fishing, everything. And there is a YouTube channel that the guy he just stopped doing videos because he got way too famous and he didn't have enough. Can I say the name of the YouTube channel?
Yeah,
Or should
yeah,
I-
go for it.
So it's Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. It's the
Okay,
best.
never heard of it, but yeah.
The guy is amazing. If you do watch, the guy's amazing, and he's a inspiration for me. It's like I want to go get out and do what he does. It's just amazing. That's exactly what I want to do. But he's showing everyone the way. And I tried to start this YouTube channel, and I made a couple of videos of like fishing and crabbing, etc. But it's tricky. I'm trying to learn as well, but it's not easy to make videos. But I'm
You
trying
just using
to.
your phone?
I'm using a GoPro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I will put the camera on my head. But the thing is, I'm not doing for fame or money. I'm doing because I really love that.
It's
and I want to show people
being creative.
That's
right.
That's right. And I think that's a kind of content like you, for example, kind of content that can add to someone's life. I think it will be cool. Someone who would like to watch that, and I want to share the experience with the person. So I made this channel. I made some just YouTube shorts so far and a couple of videos. It's nothing great, but I'm trying to learn as well. But the only problem it is I'm doing something that I love.
Yeah.
And I get too excited and I forget all the camera. So a lot of times, so for example, I'll shoot a deer and the camera is like recording my nose because I wasn't paying attention on anything else but the deer, right?
Yeah.
So I'm fishing, I get a big fish, and when I see, I'm holding the fish here, the camera is pointing like down below, right?
I don't mean to change the subject a little bit, right? You know, with everything that's going on in the States.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and they're talking about like, these soldiers should be wearing body cameras, right? And they're not, right? They're just taking out their
ice
phone.
guys.
Yeah, the ice guys,
Yeah.
right? But I was thinking like, the protesters holding out their phones. Why don't everybody just get body cams? That way they're not holding out their phones or whatever like that and distracting. Because what's happening, as soon as those soldiers see the phone out, then they get intimidated.
That's right.
Right? And then they attack the protesters.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just wear a body cam and go about your day? And if you catch, them doing something they're not supposed, you just kind of stand there. Don't hold your phone out, but it's right there. They're not. They're hard to see if you're not looking at them. So if you could put them like in your jacket like that, and then kind of like cover it like that, so you got it right
like
there.
those meta glasses as well.
Yeah,
you can walk around with meta glasses and you're good.
Yeah,
right. But it's a shame that they need to do that. But if I was over there, let's see, even if I was legal over there, I would be concerned, man. As soon as they heard my accent, they would start running towards me, and I'm not stopping to explain because, well, probably by the time I can explain, I'll be 3 months late in the jail.
Even I was talking to Jonathan today, like
they would get his ass over there as well.
Yeah, he's legal, but still they put him in those camps, right? That's.
You don't look very American. Come here. Let me talk to you.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
So, and at this point, we don't really know what's true and what's not. So, for example, right beside Seattle, Belleville, whatever, beside Seattle, there is a Brazilian barbecue place over there. That's amazing. All you can eat barbecue. And I really like going there. But I think they will get me,
3
man.
years.
And you know what?
I think if I even showed up there, I'd be get deported back here.
Yeah, sent back to Canada. And I was reading online, and when you're crossing the border, they can search in any of your personal devices. So basically, they can plug your cell phone on their computer, whatever, and extract all the information from there, and try to see if you have, like, if you're talking crap about. I definitely believe that you can't have illegal people in your country. That's not good because you never know who's getting in.
Well,
right?
it's let's say somebody came to this country or in America, and let's say they are illegal.
Yeah.
Right. But they're not here to harm you. They're here to work. They're here. They're not mooching off the government. They're not trying to get all this free money. They're here to work, but they're also here to have a different life than they would have in another country. And if they have a community of people to back them up. Yeah. Honestly, I think they should be doing each, obviously if they're a criminal, take them out. Right? But if they have a community of people saying that these people, this family works hard, they help around the community, they're part of the community or whatever, right? They're very social, this, that, and the other thing. Then I think they should really second guess and be like, okay, well, this person's paying their taxes, they're actually making a living, they're trying to make a difference in their own life. and they're supporting their community.
Yeah. So here, for example, I think the process of becoming legal in
Yeah.
Canada goes through all these steps that you're mentioning. So, for example, for you to get here, they don't do that, but they should. So, for example, check your background,
Mhm.
and then the for you to be a permanent resident here, there is a system where if you work every year that you work, you get points. If you learn
Mhm.
English, you get points.
Yeah.
So uh, I think it's good to bring good people here and giving the good ones through all these criterias
Mhm.
the right of becoming Canadian, for example.
Yeah.
But over there, it's so tricky because for years and years, they had a lot of illegal people just jumping the wall.
Yeah.
Back in the days, they didn't have a wall, and then they could get the driver license. They could start working and have a regular life over there, like rent a
Yeah.
home and just live like any other American. And then suddenly they're like, "Hey, you don't have a car, you don't have a house anymore. Everything that you had here is not yours anymore. You're going to jail for 3 months, and then I'm sending you back to Nicaragua."
Yeah.
So it's just for a long time they were like, "Hey, do whatever you want," and now they're like, "Okay, you're not doing whatever you want anymore. Now I'm
Mhm.
getting you
Yeah.
and I'm taking you away."
I mean, I get that. Like I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Like I'm not a very political person. Like
Yeah.
I've only started being slightly political ever since that chick got shot about a month ago now. Oh, in Minnesota, she that girl that she was a protester. You didn't hear about this?
I'm not sure.
She was a protester. She just dropped her 5-year-old kid off at school, right?
Yeah.
And she was one of those professional protesters where she would in Minneapolis, Minnesota, she would go to a site, she'd hear of a site, she'd go there, and then she'd record what ICE is doing. Now ICE got pissed off because she was there. She wasn't. It's the video shows that she wasn't interfering really. She just showed up there to record, and then they saw her pulled up behind her. The truck was in front of her, an ICE truck, and another truck pulled up behind her. Right. She had her wife there, the lesbian couple, I guess. Right. There's a bunch of videos, but one video shows the actual ICE agent taking his phone, recording himself and the vehicle all the way around the
Yeah.
vehicle, right? Recording the license plate and everything. So if they need to arrest her, if she takes off, they can get her.
Yeah.
But what happened was like she got two instructions. She was told to get out of the car from the ICE agent, and her wife told her to leave. Just go, 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 or whatever, right? So she took the advice of her wife and went. And then
I saw that.
the ICE.
Yeah.
You saw this?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but she ran the guy over,
No, she
or
did
she
not.
almost
What
did
happened
she
was
hit the
like
guy, or?
the ICE agent he was in a bad spot. He shouldn't have been there. All police officers says that like they are trained not to be in his position. So he went around the vehicle. I think he did it on purpose to make sure that he was slightly going to get hit. So it looks like she was trying to get away from this officer,
Yeah.
right? And she didn't see the other one because she was distracted, right?
Yeah.
So she went to go leave, didn't see the other officer till like the last minute. She kind of hit him, but he slid right off the car. He
Yeah.
didn't get run over. It just like barely hit him. Just
Yeah.
barely, just slid right off, right? He got mad and shot her 3 times in the head.
Huh.
Right? Shot her right through the window. He shot her once or twice in the head, right?
Yeah.
And then the guy shot her from the side, 3 shots to the head. And this is why they don't shoot people in vehicles or shoot at vehicles, because if you hit the person in the car, that car is
could hit
now
someone
the car is now is a weapon.
Yeah.
Right? They weaponized that. Right? So that vehicle went shooting down the road and hit another vehicle. So what could have happened is like a child could be walking across the
Yeah.
street at that point, or another person,
Yeah.
right? Luckily that didn't happen, but if that did happen, it would be all on that ICE agent for doing that, right? But yeah, like so they called this woman a domestic terrorist.
Huh.
right? And
Because
she wasn't. She was just a protester put in a bad spot.
yeah,
As a parent myself, I would never put myself in that position because
no,
you don't know what's going to happen,
no,
especially now that they're willing to just not abide by the law. These ICE
yeah,
agents, right? They don't care. They were given the green light to fucking, if somebody disrupts you, take them down.
yeah,
Like as a parent, I'd be like, I'll protest, but I'm not getting myself in a position where I could, my daughter or my son is going to be, parentless,
yeah.
right?
So I think if it's peaceful and if you want to share your thoughts, that's your right. But
But they are
yeah,
taking down people that are just doing that too,
really,
right? So there's
yeah.
people, I think there was 30 or 50,000 people in Minnesota on the streets protesting, and they
Oh
were
my God.
gassing them. These ICE agents
Wow.
were just gassing them like.
And was it a
those-
peaceful protest?
Yeah, that like nobody was fighting. They were just standing there, right? But of course they had phones, and as soon as you pull out your phone, they get
Yeah.
intimidated because now you're recording everything they're doing,
Man.
right? So they're,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The world is
Well,
going crazy.
I'm kind of hoping, like, I don't like the way the United States is going right now, but I'm kind of hoping that, like, if it all goes to shit, there are some Americans willing to come to Canada,
Yeah,
especially Hollywood. Hollywood is just like, there's been plenty of celebrities that are like, well, I hope
Everything's-
America doesn't take over Canada because that's the first place I'm going when shit hits the fan here.
everything gets recorded here, and they all the shows and movies, everything's like around BC.
Yeah, exactly.
So might as well just
Vancouver
move
and
here,
Toronto
right?
is
Yeah.
basically Hollywood. So
Yeah, might as well just move here.
exactly.
Yeah,
right?
we will save
And
you the travel time.
we need the bodies anyways. There's only 40 million of us here,
That's right.
right? So,
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't mind having some like a Hollywood out here, right?
yeah.
So
We should, right? Like, so for example, Lionsgate, it's
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a huge producer. I don't know nowadays.
They're based like they used to be here. Now they're in California,
Oh, okay.
right? Like I think they went from Vancouver to Toronto, and then they went because they got bigger because of the Saw movies.
Yeah.
Right. So and the Saw movies and what's that chick? Hunger Games.
Oh,
They did Hunger Games. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So I think as soon as they hit it big with that, they moved to California.
Okay.
Right? But nobody films in California anymore because they're filming all over the world because there's tax incentives.
That's right.
Right. But
That's one of the things that I heard that to record in the U.S. is more expensive than
it
up
is.
here.
Well, it is expensive in the U.S., but especially it's more expensive in California, because that's
Yeah.
where Hollywood is basically based, right? So
Yeah.
they're just like, we're not giving you guys incentives. We built you. Hollywood was born here,
Yeah.
right?
I
But
was.
now everybody's left that place.
It's so funny. There is a. I go to the interior at least once a month, right?
Mhm.
And there is a gas station on the highway towards Hope that I always park there to get gas before I hit the Coca-Cola. And I was watching the Percy Jackson show that just came out, and then I was like, oh my God, there was a fight going on this gas station that I stop all the time. So it's so funny because we don't have that going on in Brazil. We don't have a lot of movies being recorded over there.
you
et
don't
cetera.
you don't really have a film industry over there,
No,
not really.
not really big and strong. We just one of the Brazilians just won the Oscar, whatever the thing is, for the best movie.
Oh, the
One of the
the
Brazilian
accident something.
I don't know.
It was
I
just
didn't
an
watch. I gotta
accident. I
watch.
think that's what it was. I'm not sure. I think that was a foreign film, and I think it was.
I don't know, but there's a Brazilian guy who just
Yeah.
won something, but we don't. There isn't a lot of movies going on, like in Rio,
Yeah.
for example. So but it's so funny because when I moved here, and I'm always on Netflix, and I really like to watch shows and etc. And then all these series over there, and then I got here, and then I'm driving around like, oh my God, I know
Yeah.
this place.
Yeah.
I saw in the movie.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I've gone through it like a few incidents. Like I've never actually seen a famous person up close, but I've seen
Yeah, me
sets
neither.
being built.
Yeah.
Back in early 2001 or 2002, I saw three things happening in one summer. The X-Men 2. I
Nice.
saw the there's a scene in X-Men 2 where like they escape the mansion and they go to this house, Iceman's house, right?
Yeah.
And then Wolverine, he steps out of this house, and then the cops are like, put your hands on or put the knives down and put your hands on your head. I saw that fucking house. I saw them film that
No
whole
way.
singing, right?
That's
I didn't
so
see the
cool.
actors. I
Yeah.
might have seen like stunt doubles or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I saw them shoot that scene.
Yeah.
And then the movie Paycheck with Ben Affleck. I went to a football, like a Lions football game when they were shooting that right across the street.
That's pretty cool.
Right. I didn't, like I said, I
Yeah.
didn't see any actors. And the same evening, I think just down the road, they were shooting the Chronicles of Riddick, the Vin Diesel
this
movie.
one.
Right.
Yeah.
So like like they're interesting to watch, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen commercials like in Mission, the
Rocco's,
A&W there.
Rocco's Bar in Mission. Rocco's
Yeah, they shoot
from Riverdale.
Yeah, but right down the road from there, the A&W there, they always film commercials there, and we
Yeah.
saw that old guy, the old fat guy with the bald head,
Yeah.
whatever, in those commercials. We saw
That's-
him in there, right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this was like 20 years ago, and it's crazy that guy's still in those commercials.
Yeah.
For like me and my cousin stood there for like 2 or 3 hours
Just to see the guy.
just to watch what everything's how
Yeah.
everything's being set up and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that-
lights outside the windows and everything.
Golden Ears Provincial Park, a lot of times where they're shooting stuff on the bush.
Yeah.
It's over there, Golden Ears.
Yeah.
It's-
So, well, it's exciting to watch that stuff, and I always thought that I would be a big part of those things, right? But then of
Yeah.
course, like, I mean, I still could, and I still could today, but
of
it's
course
like,
you can.
I was accepted into film school, and then I
Oh,
ended
really?
up having.
You plan to do that?
I had
back in the
planned to do
days.
that, and then I ended
Oh,
up having a
that's-
kid, and I was just
Yeah.
like, well, I got to support my kid. I wasn't with the mother anymore, and all this kind
Yeah.
of stuff, right? So, and she was adamant that, like, like I was the financial part
Yeah.
of this kid. Like, she was on income assistance all the time,
Oh.
right? So, if there was any money going towards this
It
kid,
was from you.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So
That's
I
fair.
mean, doing this, and I've made these little. I have another YouTube channel. I've made like little short films
Yeah,
and
man.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, I'm getting my fill. Like, I enjoy doing it.
That's
so.
right. It's like so we gotta fact check that, but I heard that the KFC guy, the owner, and the way everything started, the guy he's already old, and he was selling fried chicken door by door.
Yeah, I
know,
did
so-
hear that too.
Yeah, so you're never too old.
No.
Well, for some things you are.
Yeah.
I can't be a soccer player anymore, but
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
well, that's not true. You could be a soccer player.
just not a really good one.
Well, I mean, you could still be really good, but you might have to play for a pee-wee team or a beer league.
Beer league,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
That's one thing I've always wanted to do, is be a part of some sort of beer league. I'm not good at sports.
Yeah.
I've always wanted
I'm
to
good
be.
at watching. I'm really
Yeah,
good at
great,
watching,
yeah.
drinking
I
beer,
wonder
and
if
making a
there's
barbecue.
there's a beer sport where you just sit down and watch,
Yeah.
but that could be any house.
Yeah, for me it's tricky because by the end of the day I want to win as well, right?
Yeah.
So I was invited to play a couple games with a friend of mine on what's that called? Is it softball? It's like baseball, but it's slow pace. It's called
I
called
think
softball?
that's
I think
slow
softball.
pitch. I think it's just called slow pitch. Softball. I think you could either call it softball or
Yeah.
slow pitch, because
Yeah.
slow pitch, I think, is you do the underhand,
Yeah, but
right, and it's a
yeah,
bigger ball. I
That's
think.
right. That's right. Exactly. That. So I was playing that, feeling the team because some people were way too drunk to play.
Yeah.
And but the team was really bad, man. They were always really drunk, and I got pissed off because I wasn't drunk, and I just wanna. I want
Yeah.
at least I wanna like fight to win, right? Have a little bit of a chance.
Yeah.
But they were way too drunk to hit the ball, and imagine.
Yeah.
Fat guys running around. So for you to have an idea, it was so humiliating for me because one day we were playing against a team that the entire team was really chubby, and the only guy that wasn't chubby had only one arm.
Oh no.
And it was like, yeah, man, today we are winning, 100%. Ended up that guy with one
Was
arm,
he
he
the
gave me a
pitcher?
lesson. Yes, and a really good one. The guy was freaking good, and he gave me a good lesson. He taught me how to swing properly. Amazing guy, really, really nice guy. I don't remember his name, but yeah, we lost one more time. And
I
for the chub
remember-
guys and the gentleman with only one arm. That
Yeah.
was freaking good.
I remember when I was in my maybe late teens, early 20s. My youngest sister was part of a baseball league, right?
Yeah.
And they needed an extra player, so they asked me, and of course, I did it. Right, like I hated being the center of attention.
Yeah.
Like I don't like doing that now, but like sitting here, being in front of an audience,
Yeah,
like on stage doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
But it gave me anxiety to play baseball because
A
I
lot of
knew there
people
was an
watching you,
audience. There was
yeah.
like 30 fucking people watching or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's right.
And I never played before. I watched it. It was great, but I never played. So anyways, I thought, like I'm going to run as fast as I can. I was up to bat. I hit the ball. I went to run to first base. But when I ran to first base, I went to slide. You know how you're supposed to slide at home base, right?
Yeah.
When you run or whatever, right? And you don't want to get caught by the ball or
need
whatever.
a little second over
make,
there.
yeah, you slide or whatever. And then this coach is like, you don't slide on first base. It's like so embarrassed.
Yeah.
But like I made it look like a move.
That's right.
Right?
That's
I was
right.
just like,
putting a lot of effort trying
yeah,
to show up. Hey,
right? I was
let's
like,
win. And
so embarrassing.
And then
I
he
was-
gives you crap just because of that. Well, shame on him. He needs to support you.
Yeah. Hey, I came on here to help you guys
That's
win.
right.
This,
And putting a lot of effort, right?
Yeah, exactly. First time. A lot
Yeah.
of effort. But yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's fun. We don't have baseball in Brazil. It's
No.
and
What's your biggest sport in
soccer,
Brazil?
man, all
Soccer?
day.
Yeah.
Everything that we played with kicking
Do you
the
have
ball.
teams that will play against like the Europe?
Yeah.
Like big,
Yeah.
like what do you call it? What's a big cup there?
So we here we had a CONCACAF, right?
Right.
Over there it's called Libertadores, but it's the same concept. It's a championship with the best teams from each country in South America and Central as well.
Yeah.
So, for example, the best teams in Brazil playing against the best from Argentina, etc. And those best ones, they will play against the winner of North America, the best, the winner of North America.
Yeah.
And then the winner from that will play against the winner from Asia, and then afterwards the winner from Europe.
Yeah.
So ended up that this year it was my team, the team that I'm a fan, played against PSG this year. So that was it was 1-0 PSG on penalties. We lost. So sorry, it was 0-0 on penalties. We lost PSG. But my team playing against them, and the year before we so last year, the beginning of the year, we play against Chelsea was 3-1 to my team, so that was really cool. So once in a while we do have games between like a Brazilian team and a well-known European team. Yeah, that's my thing, man. I soccer. Yeah,
mine used to be hockey until we just kept losing. Over and over, like Canucks was my team, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, that's why I don't follow politics, because I get passionate about it.
That's right.
And then, of course, so I followed hockey for many years before 2011, before we were going to win that the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I heard.
And we
about that one.
lost.
I wasn't here yet, but I heard. About that one.
Yeah. So I vowed, like, after that, I was just like, I'm not paying attention to this anymore. I spent like a good.
It's out of your control, right? It's frustrating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so is politics, but
yeah,
like you get so passionate about it, and you have, like you said, no control over it. So it's just like, I'm only gonna focus on shit that I can control.
That's right, and you're completely right.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's still fun to watch every once in a while, but like I do not engage myself from like every game.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I like to hear about it, but
I went to a few games, a few Canucks games.
Yeah.
And it was okay. But you know what I really like? Watching the junior games, the young kids playing.
Yeah.
So
you mean like not the
the
young kids? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Younger than the professional
what they would
league,
so like
called.
they're it's what do they call that? Like it's not the Giants anymore, isn't it? It's Abbotsford Canucks now, right?
But Giants is the one in Langley, right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's where I go.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's amazing. It's a different vibe. It's more like like a lot of families together.
Yeah.
It's more affordable. You can buy a hot dog for $7 instead of paying 20. But
Really? It's
yeah,
$20 for a fucking hot dog in Vancouver?
Well, I got a beer over there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
just for
remember
giving a
beers
can
were
of
like
beer,
10. It's been a while
I paid
since I've
23
gone.
bucks because they ask you for a tip as well. So, right, just to
Jesus.
give you a can of beer, but it's
Yeah.
dumb. But once in a while, like I would say, like 10 times a year, I watch the Giants playing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the young kids, they have more energy.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
lot of fights. That's the fun part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do enjoy hockey. In Brazil, you only watch soccer, but here people watch so many different things.
Yeah.
So I start enjoying watching American football and
Oh, yeah.
all this other stuff. So
Huh.
yeah, gotta stay busy, right? Not
Yeah.
much to do around here.
No, not really. Especially outside when it's freaking cold.
Yeah.
All right. You worked with my company for a little while. How long did
I
you do
did.
that?
I think was 1 year and a half.
1 year and 1 year and a half.
Well, I
Not-
gotta, yeah.
Yeah.
And I won the Rising Star of the Year over there. I got a
You got a
thing,
plaque?
saying Rising Star, Steven
Oh.
Tipler. Yeah.
You get that even after 1 year or year and a half?
Well, I was just way too good.
What did you do? What did you do before working there?
So it's funny because when I left Brazil, I was work in the financial
Yeah.
area of a big group of hospitals. So
A financial area of
the
a big
financial,
group of
I was used to work for the accounts receivable
Yeah.
of a really big group of hospitals in Brazil, private healthcare.
Yeah.
And so I was used to sit on the desk and drink coffee all day, messing up with numbers, right?
Yeah.
And processes as well, and etc. And then when I moved here, I moved. When I got here, I already had a job working as an accountant, doing
Really?
personal taxes. Yeah, yeah. And
So
I was
you're good with the numbers.
well, yeah, a little. Yeah, I can say yeah.
Hey,
I was-
you want to be my accountant
well, but it wasn't
and be
really-
a pest control guy?
Yeah, I can do both.
Yeah.
kill,
You
kill,
rich.
kill your stinky bugs and
Yeah.
send your
Do you do
T4 to
do
zero.
you do your own taxes or do you have to
Nowadays, nowadays I just send everything to someone else.
Yeah.
But and I'm not an accountant. I don't have a degree.
Oh, so you were just playing?
I got the job and they file a bunch of taxes. I can tell you that.
Did you just use like TurboTax or whatever?
No, was another app called I think Future Tax. I don't remember now.
Oh yeah.
But I did majority like T4s and bookkeeping.
Oh yeah.
Everything was checked by an official accountant
Oh, yeah.
after I complete the job before sending to CRA. But then basically in my mind it was like, hey, I came from a decent position in a decent, really in a big company.
Yeah.
I can't downgrade, man. Come on, I'm way too good to be
Mhm.
working with construction, you know. So in Brazil, we have this really wrong thinking that people that work with construction they don't make money. That's
No.
just for the poor. Because back in the days, only really poor people were used to work in construction, and they were pretty much slaves, work for nothing.
Yeah.
And then no, but
It's kind of true even here, depending on, or it depends on,
on the trade,
depends on the trade. Like
Yeah.
for example, I was a roofer for 12 years
yeah,
and like, it wasn't the job. I didn't put a lot of heart and soul into it, which was my issue. Right. But it was a family owned company. My family owned it. And because well, it was probably because I was family that
Yeah.
they treated me the way they treated me.
what is that
It was
bad or
it was it was bad. Sometimes it was good, but
Yeah.
mostly like, you didn't get the raises that you deserved or you
Yeah.
wanted. You were just, and then you had other coworkers kind of just treat you like shit or whatever because you were related to the
Yeah,
boss or
yeah.
whatever, right?
So they think I have privileges. Or,
Yeah, I didn't have any.
Yeah.
Because these people treated me like any other employee, right?
Yeah.
Like you didn't make any money. Like
Really?
even the amount of time that I forced myself to work. I worked all these hours, 12 hours a day, sometimes longer. We go do out of town work.
Yeah.
But like you'd have months where you're making lots of money, but then you have 2 or 3 months in the wintertime where you're not working.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to save that money in the summertime
That's
for the
right.
wintertime. So it's
Yeah.
just like you're not really moving up. Really.
That's right.
So unless you own the company and you control all this fucking money that's moving
Yeah.
around. I left because the only way you could get a raise, flip of a coin, and I got 25 cents.
Oh,
Right.
man.
So I left. And then they told me I could come back. Like they offered me a job 2 years later. And there's like, we'll give you a pay raise. We're doing benefits now because they didn't have benefits before.
Yeah.
Do all this stuff. They were a legit company. And so I went back. Over time I was getting raises, right? Which was good, right? And then they put me in a position where I just kind of felt like I had to do it. Didn't really want to, but I was thinking about my kid. I was thinking about my future a little bit, right?
Yeah.
They're like, well, we'll put you through trade school, right? You can get an
That's
apprenticeship or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, after thinking about it for a little bit, I went through with it the first year. And I sucked at math so bad, right?
So what's a trade school?
they
Is
teach
it for a
you-
specific trade?
yeah, so this
okay.
was for roofing, right?
Oh,
so there's
so
you get a
you can get a course. You can do a course
yeah,
to learn how to
yeah.
be
I think you
that's-
I think you can get a red seal for roofing. So I went for the first year and I passed, but I passed just barely.
Yeah.
I got everything pretty much good, okay. But the math I got all wrong because I couldn't do math, right? My grade level of math was probably like grade 5 or grade 6, right? It was bad. But I passed. My boss was the first one to get the grade,
Yeah.
to see the grade, and he basically told me I failed. He's like, I passed, but everybody else got like 87, early 90s and stuff, late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s. I got like a 70 or 71 or something like that. So he treated me like shit for months, right? And basically just tell me you failed,
Yeah.
right? So I gave my 2 weeks. He said I didn't have to work my 2 weeks. You could just
Really?
leave. So I left,
Wow.
right? So, and internally, I think I just wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Right? Like I wasn't, I didn't really want to go through the schooling thing. I thought it would be cool that cause he gave us some ideas of where we could go financially. Like
Yeah.
every year you get like a dollar raise or a $2
Yeah.
raise, and especially depending on your grade you got, they'll give you a $2 raise, and then the amount of money that you're missing going to school, we'll put that aside. You can put that down for a down payment on a mortgage.
Yeah.
Right, which ended up only being a couple $1,000s, which was fucking nothing. We
Yeah.
only went to school for a month.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, like in terms of construction or trades, like you can go into a trade here and make tons of money
Yeah.
if you want to work those hours.
But with the Brazilian mindset, I was like, man. So I was used to Monday morning fly to another state of Brazil,
yeah.
work from Monday to Friday, and stay in a hotel, everything paid off, and fly back on Friday. And when I got here, I was like, I can't step down. I just gotta go up.
Yeah.
People gotta know who I am. I'm good. So ended up that I realized that I'm no one, and that was good. That was a good shock. And when you move somewhere else, you gotta understand that you gotta start from the bottom.
Yeah.
So basically, I saw on the Indeed the offer, like, hey, work glass roll, and you can make up to 60, 70, I don't know, $1,000 a year or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I think that's time. I was struggling, having a hard time, and I will tell you why in a second. But
Okay.
I was having a hard time, and I was like, man, I think I gotta change my mind. I can't. I'm not one here. I gotta start from the bottom. So I'll give it a try. So I went for the interview with our amazing boss over there. I really appreciate what he did for me, and he was like, "Yeah, do you know how to work with tools? Do you have an experience?" I was like, "Heck yeah, I'm really good at it. Never swung a hammer in my life before." I was like, "I'm really good," and then he was like, "Yeah, amazing. When can you start?" And I said, "Right now." So that's immediately I started working, and it was amazing. It was the best place I ever worked in my life, and I don't regret a second. I regret not doing before
Yeah.
because yeah. So basically, I was having a really hard time because the accounting company I was working for it was a really small company, and the guy was downgrading every time. And the plan was to he was retiring and giving me the company. That was the plan, but he was having financial problems, and
Mm-hmm.
I was used to do the accounting for the business as well, all the bookkeeping, etc. And I was able to see all this money being transferred overseas from from the company. I was like, man, my salary is late. I was
Yeah.
used to be I was just get paid monthly, and man, he doesn't have enough to pay me and etc. I was like, what's going on here? And then I was used to get a lot of phone calls and corporate emails talking about some money that he was supposed to receive. And then started talking to me saying, "Hey, Steven, like roughly 20 years ago, I made an investment for an oil company in Nigeria, and they're paying 100 times what I invested. So I invested 20 grand. So I'm supposed to receive like $20 million, whatever, or $200 million. But currently, the money is stuck in like Russia and Chinese. They're trying to steal my money, and I gotta pay the fees. So everything started adding up with me. That I was used to get phone calls from a guy with an Indian accent,
Yeah.
and the guy was, and then I started checking the emails, and basically, the guy fell in a scam. And for more than 20 years, more than 18 people involved, and just him spent 20 grand on these scam. Uh, uh, After all this time, he still didn't realize he was being scammed by someone. And I
Jesus.
was like, man, I know these guys. There's a Punjabi guy calling here saying that he introduced himself as a Chinese
Yeah.
gentleman. I was like, fuck, he doesn't have a Chinese accent. He has an Indian accent. And then I would start going through his Facebook. And back then, AI was really new, but there was a program where you could run like a picture and try to search on the web for these pictures, see if there's
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
matches.
Yeah.
And the match was from a billionaire in China. And the billionaire created a fake profile on Facebook. That's like a profile of like 10 friends. I was like, hey, Lan, that was my boss.
Yeah.
This guy's not telling he's not exactly who he is. And if you go on the website of the government in Nigeria, they say that if Nigeria doesn't accept foreign investment for oil extraction, so that there is a big scams related to that. So man, everything adds up. You're not
Yeah.
making any money; they're just stealing from you. And he didn't want to accept that he was losing all this money. And he was like, "Man, don't worry. I will pay everything that I owe
Yeah.
you, and I will give you this, I will give you that." And yeah, unfortunately, he was a guy that was about to retire with no money because of he put all his money towards his
Jesus.
scam. And at that time where I was struggling, that I said he was owing me like 12 grand, and for a guy that just arrived in the country, like
Hmm.
a year and a half, tried to build a life here, I was like, man, I gotta do something else, and that's
Yeah.
how I got to Glassroad. And
Oh wow.
yeah, yeah, it was a lot of ups and downs, but
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, but things started changing when I went to Glassroad. That was
Yeah.
good.
Jesus.
And then
Yeah.
I was always used to do stuff on the side, any kind of work.
Mhm.
I did DoorDash, skip the dishes,
Yeah.
rentals, everything, you name it. Man, even like junk removal, fill up my. I put my seats down in the car. I had a
Oh yeah.
old PT Cruiser, put a tarp and load the garbage and go to the dump. I did absolutely everything you can imagine to make some extra bucks. And then I met a lot of people, and one of these guys, he was like, "Hey, Steven,
Mm.
a friend of mine, I'm a manager for this pest control company, and man, they
Oh
give you a
yeah.
truck, they give you a lot of benefits, they give you this, they give you that, and I was like, no, man, I'm good. I don't want to work with pest
Yeah.
control. I'm happy where I am. And
Yeah.
then like second time, and on the third time, he was like, man. They'll pay for your gas. They'll pay for these and that. And I was like, okay, whatever. I'll go for the interview, and yeah, the offer was really good. So I
Huh.
end up switching to pest control,
Yeah.
and I also don't regret that because luckily
Well,
I
look,
found
look where you are right now.
yeah,
You own your own company.
that's
You
right.
can't regret that.
I always wanted to have my own business,
Yeah.
and I tried before a few things here and there,
Yeah.
and really small things, especially like retail buying, selling other stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, luckily I was able to find pest control that fits my profile, what I was looking
Yeah.
for, and etc. And yeah,
Huh.
can't complain. Like Canada's treating me really well. Life's good.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
How is life different compared to Brazil and here? Like, what would you say the big difference is?
So I think that's that was very shocking for me initially. It is that people were not as friendly as in Brazil. So I'm a
Okay.
very friendly guy,
Yeah.
as you know. I
Yeah.
talk to everyone,
Yeah.
but I even for Brazilian standards, I'm a little bit. Well, I'm way more than everyone else.
Hmm.
But it's so funny that when I got here and I brought my Brazilian friendly way, the good. So I believe on immigration, you got to bring the good stuff from your country, not the bad stuff, right?
Yes.
So the good stuff is like all my friendly way and the way I treat people when I live life. I think it's not very common here. So I start making a lot of friends here,
Hmm.
and I start building a lot of relationships and meeting a lot of really good people, and it's very different that in Brazil on the first day you meet someone, they will invite you for a barbecue on their house, right? You met the
Hmm.
guy on the curb over there and say,
Yeah.
hey, I'm doing barbecue, by the way, do you want to join? And here's a little bit different, but behind these sometimes barrier that people have here, that they don't talk, they're just quiet on their own. Behind that, there is a little bit of a Brazilian over there. By the end of the day, there's a lot of good and
Yeah, I think you're right. I think 20, 25 years ago,
yeah,
I think we were probably a lot more friendlier. I think Canada is pretty friendly,
yeah,
but I think we are so distracted now. I think
I agree.
technology, like cell phones, computers,
Yeah,
video games, that distracts people now. Like people aren't as outgoing, or
yeah,
like they can be friendly, but now that they're distracted, they're doing their own thing. They're, like I said, they're everybody's on their phones all the time, right? So there's no time to, you know, be friendly
yeah.
or invite people for barbecues because they're not setting them up anymore
They're way
because
too busy playing
their
video games or
they're
whatever.
on their phone, right? They're
Yeah,
too distracted, right? Like,
yeah,
so I mean, I can definitely see that too. There was a time in the like late 90s, early 2000s where people were actually
yeah.
very kind, very friendly, very outgoing,
That's
but
one of the things the world thinks about Canadians, that they
yeah.
are very, very friendly, and they would say sorry for everything. That's a big stereotype, but I don't see that anymore.
Yeah, that is a stereotype that I think is probably 50% true.
But I think it's more if you go to interior, this
Yeah.
little bit with older people and etc. I
Yeah.
think this younger generation
No. Yeah.
little different, right?
A little bit different. I
Yeah,
could say that.
but
Like,
if
yeah,
yeah,
for
but
sure.
that's one of the things. Uh, but unfortunately, Brazil currently, when I left there, crime was very a big thing as well.
Hmm.
Uh, it's not that Ab is doing really good right now,
No.
but
Next door is not doing the greatest either, and the government is running that.
that's right. But I feel way safer
But I mean,
here.
yeah, like where we live, you live here, right, in this town?
Yeah,
Yeah, like growing up.
I live 5 minutes away.
Oh, do you?
Man, come
Huh.
on, you didn't,
No, I
like
didn't know that. I thought
just uphill here.
I just knew that you lived in this town. I
Yeah,
just
no, just
wasn't really sure if you.
no up.
Oh.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Don't tell me.
I
You
won't
don't
say on
want
the
to get
podcast.
stalkers or whatever, right?
Yeah, people pest
I know
control
where that guy
customers
lives.
knocking at my door. Hey, I have
Yeah.
a rat 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And well, another difference is like, of course, the language, right? So I
Yeah.
got here, and my father, he was British, but he never taught me English.
Yeah.
So everything I learned was from an English course in Brazil. So I did like 1 year and a half, twice a week for 1 hour and a half, and I thought I was great at it until I moved here, and I was like, man, I have no idea what people are saying. People don't understand me. It's a
Yeah.
nightmare. So, but luckily, since I talk a lot, I started
Yeah.
talking to people, and I start learning more and more.
You're learning the dialect, I guess
That's
you would call it.
That's right. So,
Yeah.
for example, someone say, "Hey, do you know double doubles?" Like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
You know. But I remember one episode that I was on the accounting office over there, and the receptionist of the office, she told me that she was going out with her girlfriend that day, and I was in shock. I was like, "Oh my god."
Did you try
She's
to correct her?
No,
She's
I was
like, you mean your boyfriend?
no, I was like, "Oh my god, she's a lesbian."
Yeah.
Wow, but no, actually, after years, I realized that a girl can be friend with another girl,
Yeah.
and she's a girlfriend, but
Yeah.
they're not dating. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
that they're
Oh, yeah.
kissing.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh my god, she's a lesbian," but no, she was going out with
Yeah.
a friend.
Yeah.
Then the friend was a
But
girl.
it's weird. Like even guys won't do that here. It's
Yeah,
like,
no, that's-
I'm going out with my boyfriends.
no,
No,
yeah,
it's like it's guy friends. I'm going out with guy friends, or I'm going out with buddies. Right?
yeah.
I don't even think
I
they
think-
say guy friends. I think
No,
they just say
I never heard
buddies.
guy friend. Yeah,
No, I'm going out with my
That's
guy
weird.
friend. That's what a woman would say, I guess, right?
yeah.
I'm going out
But,
with my guy friend.
I'm going out
Guys
with my
will just be
buddies.
like, I'm going out with so and so, or I'm going out with the guys, or
Yeah.
I'm going out with my buddy,
Yeah, my
Right.
boys.
my boys.
Yeah, but once you said,
I don't know if
girlfriend-
I would ever. I don't know if I've ever said I'm going out with my boys.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
And
That's
I
not
just
good.
feel like when you say I'm going out with my boys, it's just like most people call their balls boys.
Okay.
It's like, I'm going out with my
See,
boys.
I didn't
What do you
know
mean?
that
You're going to
one.
your bedroom? Gonna go play with your balls?
Yeah, you see, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going out with my friends.
Yeah. Well, that works too.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's keep it simple.
Yeah. Let's keep it simple. There's no nuance behind that.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Did you graduate?
I came to Canada.
And you graduated here?
No, I came. Well, no,
I mean, like high school.
Yeah, I did.
High-
I did
yeah?
graduate.
Okay.
Yeah, but I also went to university, and
Yeah.
I came to Canada on the last semester of my business administration school. I left after it was like 4 years and a half, and I came here.
Yeah.
So I never got my degree, and
No.
I don't care. Yeah,
No.
no, it doesn't
Huh.
make any difference, man.
No.
But
You know.
in Brazil, they messed up in a way where nowadays we have you can do university and you can be a doctor, but I think even lawyers you can do that where it is everything's online
Online.
or you go once a week to the university. So that was my case, once a week.
Yeah.
So and it's so cheap. You can pay you pay monthly university over there,
Yeah.
and in my case, I was used to pay probably like $75.
Yeah.
So everyone can get a degree. So nowadays you go to Brazil and your Uber driver probably is an engineer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So degrees don't mean anything else over there unless you're pursuing a specific thing. Because
Yeah.
in Brazil, before people were used to, hey, I'll go to university for these and then I will become this professional. I will go for engineering, then I'll become an engineer.
Yeah.
But it's not like that. It's not. People are not getting jobs for getting a degree anymore. So people nowadays, it's better off like you said. You get the job, and then if you want to upgrade, get a raise or whatever over there, then you go and get your degree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think that's it.
That's it.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
you.
that. It was a pleasure.
Awesome.
Yeah.